Hello, it's David Dean, and we got a new Save the World roadmap, which is great to have to see what's coming out in the future. Am I super excited about this new roadmap? Well, not really all too much. There is a few golden nuggets in here that I am excited about, and we will get into all of that. First, we got some heroes returning from the past. Next week, the week of 8/14, we have Thunder Thora returning. And 2 weeks after that, we have Carbide, who used to be one of my absolute favorite heroes in the game. And just to go through these heroes really quick, Thunder Thora is a great hero to have. She has the 3 abilities, which I like my constructors to have in the game. Work really well for keeping yourself alive. And then for perks, she has the electric floors, which any husk walking over those floors is going to take additional damage. And if you're somebody who, like myself, who builds your trap tunnels to slow down the husk and using launchers to send them backwards so they keep walking over those electric floors multiple times, she works out as a great hero. Now, in truth, I usually use her as a support hero for my main constructor build, where I am focusing on basically taking out the husk with traps in my builds. And she is definitely a hero you want to have for that support if you enjoy playing your constructors that way. The other one coming out in 2 weeks is Carbide. Carbide used to be my absolute favorite soldier in the game to play. Not so much since they switched over to the loadout. Love Shockwave, love frag grenades, but never really got into lefty and righty unless it was to clear out buildings around whatever I was doing. And that's what he focuses on, lefty and righty. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts on these 2 heroes. But getting back to the update. Once again, next week, Thunder Thor, we got her coming back. And then we have Penny takes over the van. And just really quick on the Hits the Road missions that came out, and seems to be a lot of what this update is about. First, I love the mission. It was a brand new cool mission, and I completed it 3 or 4 times, and then I was kind of bored with it. It does kind of force you to work as a team, much more so than normal missions in Save the World. But yeah. But Penny takes over the van. Join Penny as she hits the road as this week's van driver. So probably you're going to have different dialogue, maybe some different music, but we'll have to see when that comes out. But it doesn't sound like the actual mission is changing that much. And then we got SMG weapon types. Basically, they're kind of combining the SMG assault rifles and pistols and making it one category on its own. And that way, when they come out with more future heroes, they can have their perks specific for that type of weapon. We are adding a new weapon subclass, SMGs. SMGs will become their own weapon type rather than sharing the assault rifle or pistol weapon type, and will introduce more flexibility in the game, as SMGs will work with a mixture of existing assault rifles and pistol hero perks. For heroes that have assault rifle pistol perks that were not changed to work with SMGs, resets will be available in case players invested for a specific combination of hero loadouts and weapons. And that's one of the big things, is you will be able to reset some of your heroes and weapons off of this to more specialize your builds. Weapons that change weapon types have become SMGs will also have free resets in case players wanted to use a different weapon with their hero loadout instead of adjusting their hero loadouts. Also, defenders who could use assault rifles or pistols before can now use SMGs as well. That's kind of big because it's kind of hard to get the legendary assault rifle defenders sometimes. I got a bunch of the legendary pistol defenders, which I never use. But now I can give them SMGs and we're good to go. All right, then we move into the following week. We got a new weapon, the new Rat Rod rocket launcher. which should be interesting. The rat rod weapons were definitely cool to have. I mainly love the big hammer, but we'll see what they come out with the rocket launcher, and I'll be putting out a video on that. Rev up with the V6 rocket launcher, offering high damage and fire rate. This baby smokes the competition. And then we get Cloakstar hops in the driver's seat. So once again, we'll get some more dialogue, maybe a change of music for Hits the Road. And then we move into the following week where there's where we get Carbide coming back. New narrative quest line. So this is the actual quest line where they'll have the dialogue in there, which I always enjoy the dialogue. I think they do a great kind of comedic job with all that in there. Although basically a lot of the missions are run around the town, find 10 mailboxes, and click on them. So that part of it's kind of boring, but the dialogue is usually interesting. New Rad Hero. Complete the new narrative quest line to earn the raddest hero of them all. Yeah, that should be pretty interesting. So we got that hero coming out. I would think it would be related to the SMG changeover, but who knows? We will have to see. And let's get back to where we need to be. All right, and that's for completing the quest line. New trap. This has been one thing I've been asked from day one I started to do videos on YouTube. If you can make your own trap, what trap would you make? For me, I've always said it would be a disco ball trap because I want to see the Huss dance. I want to make them do that. And now we finally have, you can dance if you want to. You can leave those Huss behind. Awesome song. Yes, so we will have some kind of trap coming. It has been guessed out. It was kind of leaked out. Floor trap that looked like it had the lights of a disco place. And that would be the disco trap, but we are not 100% sure. We will see what comes out. Either way, as I said, I love building my trap tunnels to slow down the husk, and doing something with this where they're going to be dancing their way through, hopefully we'll make that happen. And then we can take them out with all the other good traps. New Llama. What better to complement the Rad Hero other than a new Rad Llama? Exchange 500 Hit the Road tickets and get your rock on with 4 new Rad Heroes and 5 boombox weapons. So it's going to be the very end of the month before we get this, but we'll finally get 4 new heroes and 5 new weapons. And we'll see how that all works out with the big SMG changeover. And then finally, round 2 for Quinn. Quinn takes the van over for part 2 of her adventure. So I'm not sure if they're going to change the mission or once again just change her dialogue for the second part of the adventure. So there you go on all that. Also, during Season 9, Epic extended the max level of Twine Peak and changed how mission alerts worked. These changes have not worked out as well as we hoped. So we're making some significant improvements to them in update 10.10. Missions, including group missions in the upper half of Twine, are going to reward evolution and perk materials far more often. And the quantities of the perk materials that they've awarded will be scaled up considerably. And additionally, we're increasing the number of mini bosses and mutant storms that will appear in all 4 locations. And every group mission should now receive a mega alert. Mission alerts that appear in the upper half of Twine Peaks will be less likely to award XP and more likely to award evolution and perk materials. And while mini bosses alerts will not award weapons, heroes, survivors as much as a result, the ones that do appear have gotten a rarity boost. No more rares. That is a huge thing. Yeah, why are you giving people in Twine Peaks rares? There's no reason for it. So yes, so we're going to move on. Actually, there's no reason for epics either. But hey, not everything can be legendary. And will be more likely to be direct rewards instead of a transformation key. We are also increasing the quantity of perks and evolution materials they award. The big part of this is I got to the point, and as you notice, I've been putting out less videos because if I want materials, whether it's perk materials or evolution, they kind of made it where it is so much more rewarding and so much easier just to AFK war games and endurance mode to get what you need than to actually run missions. So now they've been trying to balance that out with changes they made previously to endurance mode and war games, and now they're upping what you can do for actual missions. So looking forward to those changes. As I said, stuff going on with Hit the Road. I'm glad that new mission's in the game, but in truth, I've already kind of gotten bored with it. SMG's not too concerned about those changes, but really looking forward to having a new trap in the game, getting some new heroes, getting some new weapons, and the changes to the rewards in Twine Peaks. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts on all this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who supports my channel. Make sure you're always supporting somebody and do the support a creator. Let's see, mine ran out again. I'll probably put somebody in there. A1 Get This Money, Aiden Harris, Demon Joe France, Tori X, Latana, and there, Cylon. There's a dozen other people. I actually should do Pizzo. He does Battle Royale videos, but a lot of times he gives me a shout out on his channel. So there you go. Take care and have an amazing day.